Test, test, test. Mic check, mic check. Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DK Nortec, streaming from my personal YouTube on behalf of Contest of Speed. This is AM2 Action Round 9 at Zandvoort. Getting down close to the nitty-gritty end of the season. By myself tonight. Obviously, kind of some technical difficulties with everybody, so just bear with me tonight with possibly some silence, possibly some not knowing what's going on, as I've never done this before by myself or ever. So yes. Alrighty, let me just get the points pulled up here. We're right on board with our championship leader, who is, well, not here tonight. Drag King championship leader, sitting at 129 points. So we'll go on board with our second place guy, Fragley, sitting at 111.5 points tonight. Little initial thoughts on Zandvoort. Whenever this track came to the game, one of my personal favorite tracks to drive. I think I drove it non-stop in F1 21. Whenever it came out, so one of my favorites. We're riding on. Let me get everything pulled up here. There we go. Lap data, telemetry. Alrighty. On board with Fagley as he rounds the final corner here, coming to the line to set his first flying lap of the session. Using all of the ZRS he can get, but it goes provisional P1 with a 1 minute 10.305. Alright, I think we're going to have the McLaren of Banduk coming across the line next. Let's see what he can set here. Goes provisional P2, just a few hundredths of a second off of Fagley's time there, with a 110.365. Alright, Yeah, one of my favorite tracks, just go over a quick rundown of the Drivers' Championship real quick and the Constructors' Championship. We got Drag King P1, Fragley P2, and Sarazzle P3. Those are your top three so far in the season. Drag King coming off a win, but unfortunately not here tonight. But Fragley coming off I think that's a P4. Yes, P4 finish last week. His teammate Sarazzle not too crazy far behind in P3, coming off a podium. Those two guys have been consistently finishing on the podium this season. Hopefully they can gain some ground on the championship leader Drag King right now in his absence tonight. It's unfortunate he is not here, but got to take the points where you can get them. Inception coming across the line now to set another flying lap, or maybe starting a lap, I should say. Starting a lap, we're right on board with him as he dives down into turn one. Coming out of turn two, a little bit of oversteer there. Heads into one of my favorite corners in the game. A little tricky to get on the power now, the fastest part of the section. Hopefully take this next turn flat out to gain as much time as he possibly can. Nice and smooth through there. A little bit of lockup on the front right. And going down the gas as soon as possible right here. Open up the DRS. Heading down this very short DRS straight into a tricky little complex. And I think he's invalidated somewhere. He's letting off. Nope. I believe he just decided to back out, wasn't gaining as much time. As, let's see, who's next to come across the line? Bandu coming across the line again. This lap looks good on time. Yes, and he goes provisional pole position with a 1 minute 10 second .108 lap time, 2/10 clear of Fragley. Alrighty. Right there was invalidated. What they just consider lap P6. A little smaller grid tonight. Got some drivers out of town, taking care of some stuff. Personal lives getting away sometimes. I understand that fully. No, don't want to listen to that. Alright, McRib coming across the line to set his first lap of the session with a 1 minute 11.7. He puts himself up in the P8. There's a lot of drivers out tonight. Good opportunity for these guys down in the bottom half of the standings to potentially gain some good points. We'll go on board with Red Arrow right here. He's on a flyer. Heading toward that section where I said you kind of want to take this turn as flat out as possible. And set the purple sector 1, 3/10 up on his personal best lap. I think he took all that flat out. Red Arrow sets another purple sector. Didn't catch the split. But this lap's looking good for Red Arrow as he heads to the penultimate corner. He needs a good exit. Don't run too wide. Open up the DRS. Foot to the floor around the bank corner. That is the final corner as Zandvoort. To the line. And it's going to be provisional P3 with a 1 minute 10. And Sarazzle right behind him. Did not catch that. Breaks the 1 minute 10 barrier with a 109. Here's your provisional pole sitter as of right now. Seems to be on a charge up lap or an in lap, one or two. Obviously, he just set the fastest time. I'm stupid. Give me a second, guys. So I can check the chat to see if everybody's good to go. Go on board with the Inception. Looks to be on a lap. Coming around the penultimate corner. Ooh, runs into the gravel a little bit. Keep it out of the wall. What a good save. Good save for Inception there. I think if that was me, I would have ended up in the wall. B-Boogie coming out from a qualifying run. Another one of those drivers that shows really good qualifying pace throughout this season. A lot of bad luck, really. A lot of poor time safety cars, just getting caught up in wrecks throughout this season. Points doesn't show, but B-Boogie's had good pace all season. Hopefully a good showing for him tonight. Little less cars. Tough track to overtake on. Really only one overtaking opportunity, and that is in the turn one with the DRS. A little bit of extended final DRS zone than previous games. They actually moved it back to the real life location that now includes the entire final corner. I don't know if that was in last year's game, but I'm just now noticing it. So, but we will ride along with B-Boogie as he is ready to start his lap. Is down in the turn one. Nice entry speed. Exit. Even in my final corner, see if we can get a good camera angle right here. One of my favorite turns. I'm going to be talking about that turn all night. Did not catch his sector one time. But a lot of time to make up right here as we head into this tricky long left-hander. If you go on power too early, spin the tires, you'll catch yourself spinning. But he manages it well. Purple sector 2. He's 18 seconds up on his previous time, which I think he just set a goof lap with a 132, I believe is what it was. Anyways, coming out of the final corner, it's looking good for B-Boogie. Keeps it tight, coming to the line, and that's going to be provisional P3 with a 1 minute 10. With a 1 minute 10.036. We're tightening up for P2 and P3. Fragley did put in a faster time at a 1 minute 10.021. So he's going down about a tenth, about a half a tenth, realistically, to his teammate. So as of right now, Ferrari front row lockout. The red arrow is on a out lap or charge up lap, as I believe he's going to be starting a lap now. Foot to the floor through the final corner, DRS open, to the edge of the line. Taking the outside line. Don't know how well that outside line works in the game. You see it working really well in real life, but I don't think it gives you that slingshot effect that it does in the actual game. The downshift heading into the fast right-handers. I don't know the turn numbers or the names, if they have names, but you guys know what I mean. Getting it nice and tight, avoiding that curve, foot to the floor, DRS open. Heading into the short DRS straight. Heading into a tricky right and left. Little chicane. I believe that turns a little more banked in real life as well. He comes up to the final corner. Could be an improvement. Oh, he gets into the wall on exit. That's just going to kill all of his time, but still manages to put in a 110.6. Not an improvement, but still a decent lap after getting to the wall on the exit. Alright, top 3 cars on outlaps, heading into the final 2.5 minutes of qualifying. Is it going to remain a Ferrari 1-2, or is one of the Haas's that, like I said, I've been showing quick qualifying pace this season? Are they going to break that Ferrari 1-2? I believe Inception is on a lap right now, actually. He is. He's got his teammate right behind him on an outlap. If only they were flip-flopped to be able to give him a tow. I don't think Inception's on a lap. Maybe that's what they're doing anyway. No, but we'll jump back up on board with the leading Ferrari, or with the second place Ferrari leading on track, Fragley. Flat out, leaving it in 7th gear. Got some traffic in front of him. Gets out the way. Good play. Is that his Renault, or is that Whitjay? That is Whitjay. Now Whitjay's in front of the other Ferrari. Gets out of the way. Go back to Fragley. He is down by 1/1000th of a second. 1/1000th of a second on their personal best time. All he needs is about half a tenth to get something. He's going to come across the line. Does go P1, but does his teammate go faster? He does. A little bit of flip-flop of the Ferraris right there at the line. Fragley had it for about half a second. About a full second, really. But still Ferrari 1-2s. We're going to go back to B Boogie, who is on a lap himself. And good, keeps it nice and tidy through the penultimate corner, through the final turn. That's the car drifting a little ways, but this is going to be a good lap for him. He does break into the 109s, but not enough to split up that Ferrari group. His teammate is Inception. I think he's going to be starting a lap, or does he have time? If he does, he's got 10 seconds to get on it. I think he's out of gas. He is out of gas. And that's it. Oh, C9 got disqualified? Well, what? Huh. Interesting. I haven't talked too much about Bandu, but Bandu, graphics showing a purple sector 2. He is 0.04 of a second up on his personal best. It's going to give him that will not improve his position, but this is a very tight qualifying between the top 5. A little bit of time makes a difference. He comes across the line, does improve one position, and breaks into the 109s to P4. It's a lap from B Boogie. I think he's coming into the pits. And we got McRib, our final qualifier of the night. And rounding the final corner comes out. DRS is not open though. Huh. and he will stay P10. So that's going to do it for qualifying tonight. Ferrari 1-2 front row lockout. I believe that's the first time that's happened this season for the Ferrari boys. You got Serrazzle, Fragley, B Boogie, Bandit, Inception, Red Arrow, Soul Flat Top, ASAP Loggy, Whit J, McRib, Sweens, Seventh Flame, Hysteria, who did not put in a lap. And then rounding out the grid tonight will be C9 Wolf, who got disqualified from qualifying. So gap's a little bigger than what we're normally seeing in AM2 this season. Fragley with 1/10, about a tenth and a half back on his teammate Serrazzle. 2 good laps from those guys. Then you got B Boogie, like I said, Bendu and Inception, Red Arrow, Sofa Top, ASAP Loggy, with J McRib. Your top 10 for tonight. All right, I'm just gonna go silent till the race starts, and I'll see y'all whenever we're going. All right, guys, I'm back. Here we go. 5 lights are on at Zandvoort, and it's lights out and away we go. Quoting David Croft. Haven't heard that in a while. But Serrazzle gets a good jump on his teammate, and Van Duke coming around the outside there. Let me get rid of all this stuff a little bit. Keeping it nice and clean. We'll go back to the Haas's real quick as we dive into turn 4, I believe. Turn 3. That's turn 3. And hot teammates going side by side through this quick little air section, all good. We'll stay a little quiet, let these boys fight it out here for a second. Oh, that is C9 Wolf out of the session. That's going to bring on a lap 1 safety car. I believe that is our first full safety car in AM2 in 2 races now. Here's a good time to pull everything I need up. We got tires. I'll leave it at that. There's a little bit of mixed bag, some softs, some mediums. I would say the strategy here could be a medium hard, soft hard. You're not going to get a whole lot of tire wear here. Too crazy tire wear than we did last week at Monza. But no takers in the pits. Red Devil, thank you for joining us. I did not notice you were in a car. Yeah. Yeah, nobody pitting on this lap 1 safety car, so the field is staying out as it is. Let's look at our position changes here. Biggest mover would be Hysteria, up 3 spots from where he started. And then biggest loser would probably be B Boogie, down 2 from P3. Good start from Bandit to get up there to P3. I haven't seen a podium from him in a few races, so looking forward to a good result for Bandit. Our round 1 season 16 winner. And there you see your possible race strategies pop up. So soft medium could work, soft hard. I would say a lot of these guys are going to go to the soft medium if they can make it work tonight. Avoid the hard tire altogether. Hard tires, who wants those? Nobody wants them. No grip, no traction, no nothing. Stay away. Alrighty. Safety car is in this lap. And then these boys back to racing. So not even a full green flag lap has been made. Everything's been under safety car. It was about half a lap before the safety car came out, and we're going to ride on board with Fragley for the safety car restart. Actually, we'll go with Bandit. Bandit's going to want to break up this Ferrari train. We'll go on board with him for a restart. Oh, Hysteria picks up a 10-second penalty as we're going green. Frazzle gets a good jump. Fragley gets a good jump on Bandit. Bandit didn't get the best of starts. Reception's a little back there as well. Let's check this with TV cam. On the back, ooh, with Jade. Thought about a move on ASAP. Back. Did Hysteria get any damage from that collision? Nope. All clean, but he does have that 10-second time penalty now. Still a long race to go. With plenty of chaos to happen. We're down 1 runner, down to 13 cars. There's a piece of grass in the middle of my screen. That's annoying. Stereo making moves. Oh, did we get a spell? I think Soul Flat Top may have made a mistake. We'll jump back up to the leaders. DRS will be enabled this lap. Spragley puts in the fastest lap of the race and is thinking about a move on his teammate. Thinks better of it. Falls back in line. Wait for the DRS. The Ferrari boy is looking strong tonight. Already got about half a second gap back to Bandit. Oh, Fragley was going to make a move on his teammate. So Serrazzo giving up the lead. He's going DRS, but Bandit's right behind him. Is he going to be... Oh, Serrazzo didn't get DRS. Bandit's going to go around the outside into turn one. Serrazzo hangs it in there. Oh, almost some contact there. And Bandit gets the move done. Good move by Bandit. Don't know what the Ferraris were doing. Serrazzo letting Fragley go going into the final corner and not getting the DRS. Maybe playing a different kind of strategy. I don't know, but I wouldn't want to do that. Now he's all got Inception all over him now. Who's that back there? Red Arrow's running a little wide. He's going to lose two positions in that exchange. We'll go back up front. See what these guys are going to do up here. Ben Duke trying to stay right on Fragley. We got the DRS, but here comes Serrazzo too. Get a little better view. Ben Duke, go around the outside. Breaks himself a little bit. Rear steps out. He's in the gravel. Oh, that is unfortunate for Ben Duke. Probably rear lockup. Somehow just car stepped out of him under braking. Can carry on. Out of DRS range now, but no threat behind, so just regroup, run your race. You're gonna go back in the field and another group of cars. Kind of got like a two-car pack, or two groups, I should say. Man, doing this by yourself is hard. Back up front, go on board with Fragley. Behind him. Good exit from Fragley. I don't think he's going to have much challenge from his teammate here. Teammate clean. Go further back. Stereo and with Jay. Thinking about some moves in the turn one. You guys are keeping it pretty peaceful back here. As Ben Duke now, he's closed that gap back up to the top three after making that mistake about a lap and a half ago. Almost two now. He does have And they're all pretty even on, yeah, Straggly's obviously got the least, defending his teammate. We'll see what happens here on board with Razzle. It's going to go down the inside of Fragley, take the lead. Fragley kind of just lets him go. Oh, Inception coming close to the gearbox of Fragley. The middle section of the lap here is kind of uneventful unless some drivers make mistakes. B Boogie is falling back into the clutches of Red Arrow a little bit. He's on the medium tire compared to the guys up front that are kind of on the softs. I think everybody up front's on the softs. Yeah. So he is the first guy on the mediums. Both these guys are. B Boogie and Red Arrow. So we're gonna go back up front. I think Van Duke might have a little run on Inception. It's kind of hard to make a pass because it's DRS straight. Oh, we have another change for the lead as Fragley goes around the outside of Terrazzo. We'll go back over here to Hysteria. He's going to be serving this penalty. But it looks like it's going to be hard tires for Hysteria. So going to the end. First pit stop of the night. I was saying the middle part of the lap is kind of just, there's not a whole lot of places to overtake, so everybody kind of just follows around. A lot of fast sweeping corners. And then that main DRS straight is just not long enough to really gain a crazy run unless you just want to use your battery, which is a little bit longer. But we've seen the Ferraris swap positions. I think that's just probably going to be a part of their plan. But you see if Inception can get up there and break that plan up. So there go the Ferraris swapping positions again. I think they're probably just going to keep doing that as much as they can to maintain that 1-2. Kind of whoever's going to swap last at this rate is going to be your winner. Barring any mistakes, safety cars, anything like that. These guys do have to pit. So win on that too is Bagley has lost a little bit of ground in this middle sector. I have a 10. Inception's got to be thinking of making something happen. Bagley's just a little too far back, but we'll see what happens. Inception, can he do something? Well, I stand corrected. He was not too far back to make the swap. Oh, Inception's going to have a little peek down the inside of Terrazzo there in the middle of turn 1. If you're Inception, you got to be doing everything you can right now to break up these Ferraris. I think the show to watch is up here as we got Red Arrow and B Boogie. Red Arrow has gotten past B Boogie in the middle of the pack, and then down further you got P-Sap and Wit J. And then everybody's kind of spread out. We got this little battle for the last point right here between McRib and Swings. And then the two Aston Martins in a world of their own right now. go back down the main straight we go. Inception might have a run this time. Ferrari's going to switch. Is Inception going to send it? Is he going to send it? He thought about sending it. Didn't have the long enough straight though. Like I said, that DRS straight is just not long enough. And by the time you get to the end of it, and you got the run and the opportunity, you're on the brakes. Got her second pit stop of the night. It's all flat top. Pitting. I think it's just going to be a rinse and repeat for the Ferrari guys. If they will go on board with Bandit. I think Inception is not in DRS range, so Bandit has a good opportunity right here to take P3, and that's going to be an easy move for Bandit. Let's foot to the floor. Close up with the Ferraris. You know what they're going to do every lap. They're just going to keep swapping positions. A little bit of mistake from Bandit right there. Runs a little wide through turn 3. ASAP's in the pits, I believe. He started on the mediums possibly. Yep, he's going to the hard tire. I'll be predicting these guys to pit probably within the next 3 or 4 laps. Would be my prediction. Look at this shot right here. Beautiful shot from the helicopter boys. There goes the helicopter all the way. As we got one Ferrari pitting, that's Fragley. Let's see what tire he goes on. I'm going to say it's probably going to be the mediums. Yep. It is the mediums. That's Inception behind as well, pitting. We got Fragley under the mediums. Inception onto the mediums. I believe that's going to be soft mediums for everybody. I don't think there is a big undercut advantage here. I could be wrong. More than likely I'm wrong, but you never know. Oh, these guys are gonna be as close as they were after this pit stop cycle. You gotta imagine Serrazzo and Bandit are gonna pit this lap. Yep. And as predicted, Serrazzo and Bandit in the pits for what will presumably be medium tires. It's mediums for the Ferrari and mediums for the McLaren. But where did they come out in retrospect to the first two? Oh, it's going to be really close. Come on, give me a good angle. Fragley is going to come out in front of his teammate. Inception. Back in front of Bandit. So he did undercut Bandit there. As expected, the Ferraris came back out 1-2. And we're back up where we started with a little bit of gap back down to the provisional 3rd and 4th place cars. B-Boogie has not... Oh, who's that back there? Oh, did Hysteria make a mistake? I think Hysteria may have hit the wall. Oh, Hysteria did. He's got no front wing. We go back up here to Red O. Your on-track P1 runner. B-Boogie's P2. These guys did start on the medium tires, so they will be going a little longer than the soft guys. As Inception has gotten past the Razzle. I missed that. And has the DRS. They both got DRS. Let's see what Razzle does. Razzle's got no ERS. So the Ferrari boys have been broken up as that's 7 Flame in the middle sector, letting Sauber go by. But the Ferrari boys have been broken up. Is that going to change? It's going to change a little bit. That's Inception do whatever he needs to do. He keeps the Razzle behind him, and it takes up Fragley. Inception did put in the fastest first sector of the race right there. Inception is within that DRS range, so it's important. Oh, Razzle's made another mistake. Razzle's in the grass. What is happening to Razzle? It's gonna put him out of DRS range, and that just unleashes Inception to do whatever he needs to do. Didn't get DRS right there. Ben Duke, he's gonna make a move on Razzle. He jumps in the Ferrari. So now there's 2 cars in between the Ferraris. What has happened to Razzle? Interesting. So that pit stop cycle has messed up the Ferrari strategy, going from swapping the lead every lap to now they got 2 cars between them and 2 guys that are hungry for a race win. But Inception has lost that DRS though. So the only guy that's got DRS out of our original top 4 is Razzle on Ben Duke. Ben Duke's not going to have it either. And I would imagine this is going to be an overtake. Here comes Razzle. Not enough time. Yellow flag up ahead of these guys. I think that's just Aston Martin just letting the leaders go through. They would be getting blue flags right now. Oh, Razzle's definitely close enough this time on Ben Duke. He's going to drive up the inside. Fairly simple. These guys have closed up a lot of time to Inception though. He seems to be struggling on these medium tires, and Fragley is pulling away. He's got a 2-second gap now to Inception. Razzle's looking on Inception in that second little short DRS zone. Can't make much happen there, but definitely set yourself up for the one that matters. the main straight. I think Inception's sitting duck. Serrazo's gonna go around the outside into turn one. Inception's gonna fight him. Serrazo can carry the speed. Gets cut off a little bit, but gets the move done. That was a good move by Serrazo. Now that puts the Ferraris back into 1-2. So Serrazo has made up for his mistakes, but there's a lot of time left up to his teammate up here all by himself. These guys are all side by side. Inception runs a little wide. Right there. Bendu ran slightly wide. That could be a warning. Trying to do what he can to get back up here into the podium. I'm gonna throw a exchange of Red Devil, or Red Arrow, not Red Devil. Red Arrow and B-Boogie did pit. B-Boogie elected to go to the hard, and Red Arrow went to the soft. So B-Boogie lost a lot of space right here. He's got two cars between him and Red Arrow. They went into the pits together, I would have imagined. But ASAP and Widget jumped, or maybe had to change a wing or something. Don't know. He's on hard tires. He's got medium runners in front of him. Two medium runners in front of him. Oh no, ASAP's on the hards as well. Or Widget, so he's going to look down the outside, or the inside of ASAP. ASAP's hanging it tough on the outside, though. He's going to have the inside. Going into turn three, a little bit of contact. Oh! B-Boogie had to make some evasive maneuvers coming into turn three. ASAP clipped that curve and shot his car out to the outside of the track. There's an Aston Martin getting out of the way for these guys. It's an unfortunate day for the Aston Martin boys. Hysteria is one of the guys that's normally hovering around the P5 mark in these races, but just not having a good day. That is racing, it does happen. As we're going to check back up on Bandu and Inception. The Ferrari's kind of checking out a little bit. Go back down here though. Got Widget, ASAP, B-Boogie. Red Arrow has put in the fastest lap of the race. ASAP's going to go around the outside of Widget. We're going to try it again. It's going to be the same song, different verse. Oh, this time he sticks it. Low contact. ASAP does lose his front wing a little bit. Oh, that is unfortunate for ASAP, but he clipped that curb again, and that curb just upsets the car dramatically. Where it just shoots it toward the outside wall. And in this case, it was the left side of Widget's car. ASAP has shown a lot of aggression this season when it comes to making some of these moves. As now he's got wing damage, and B-Boogie's gonna look down the inside. ASAP did manage to get past Whitney there. So ASAP being really aggressive as we know he is. Showed it in Mexico. Showing it tonight. Showed it at Monza last week too. I think it was up running in the top 5 majority of the night too. With aggressive pit strategies, with last week being the mandatory 2-stop race. But this wing damage is only going to hurt him. Going to help that straight line speed though. On board with Whitjez, he's going to go back down the inside of ASAP. ASAP's going to try his best to hang it around the outside. Oh, please be careful. Please be careful. Don't hit the curb. Oh, it almost happens again as ASAP locks it up. ASAP is really being, lack of better words, ballsy when it comes to the inside of that turn 2, turn 3 little section. He's going hanging around the outside of turn 6. Oh my gosh, with no front wing and everything. He is not making it easy on Whitjay right now. I think this is the most exciting action we've had so far tonight. Definitely most entertaining. It was up front is status quo, Ferrari's Inception, then Bandit. But the action's for P5. Or should I say P6? P6 is ASAP leads that little train. If I'm Whitjay, I'm not leaving anything on the line right here. I'm going to take as much pace from ASAP as I can. And he's going to look down the inside of ASAP into turn 1. Is ASAP going to hang it around this time? A little bit of switcheroo action. Now he's got the inside of Whitjay and falls back in line. So Whitjay getting that done as B Boogie back there is going to look to the outside of ASAP, but the game does not care about the banking. But I think, B Boogie's going to get him down the little S section. It is flat out. So ASAP did lose 2 positions in that exchange. Thank you to the AM2 guys for putting on a little show tonight. Like I said, we are streaming on my personal YouTube today. So if you are watching, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Help me out. Just providing some contest of speed action. A little bit of technical difficulties tonight has forced us to do this, but nevertheless, we get to watch some AM2 action. As B Boogie is going to get past Whitjay. So out of all this battling the past couple of laps, B Boogie is the winner as of right now. Getting past both ASAP and Whitjay. ASAP being super aggressive and everything. Going to go peek back up front real quick though. You got Razzle. Has worked his way back in the DRS range of his teammate. This is probably strategy from the boys. And we're probably going to see something very similar that we saw for the first half of this race. Yep, so Razzle's going to dive it into turn 1. Switch positions with his teammate. So I'd say we're going to go back to this for the rest of the race. I mean, it only makes sense to pretty much help each other out, I would say. Question is though, if you do that for the whole race, who's gonna win? Because eventually you got to race for the win. Sometimes you got to be a little selfish. got a yellow flag in the back. There's one of the Aston Martins spinning. Ferrari's waited till the last possible second to make that switch this time. I will say if they wait that long to make the switch, though, that does kind of leave the door open for Inception to make some sort of move in the turn one. We'll go on board with our P3 runner right now. This is not going to get an exit out of the final corner. Ferrari's going to switch up ahead again as we go on board with Bandit. Heading into the final or turn one. 5 laps to go in this race. You gotta kind of start being aggressive with passing opportunities. Ferrari's doing a good job managing this race up in P1 and P2. Inception's been there, but through this middle sector, he loses a lot of time. I mean, a lot of time in Formula One terms. We'll say that. He is saving that battery. He does have 95% battery. Bandit's back, burning a little bit. The Ferrari guy's hovering about 50%. Coming up to about 4 laps to go. Top 4, been the class of the field all night tonight. They've been together all race. Ferraris 1 and 2 swapping positions as they're doing again. Every lap. Then you got Inception, Bandit, and right behind them the whole race. And then it's a long ways back to Red Arrow, who's having a good race. Kind of by himself all night up there in P5. It's going to be a good result for him as long as he keeps it good. B-Boogie back in P6 is slowly catching. No, wait, that's an Aston Martin up there. About to go a lap in front of him. He was in a battle with Whitjay and ASAP, but he's managed to pull out that gap. Then you got Whitjay, and ASAP has been aggressive with Whitjay all night, missing that right end plate. Soul flat top, going to be some points for him as long as he keeps it good. Sweens does have a penalty That is a 3-second time penalty to Hysteria. Well, a 3-second time penalty for swing. Then he's got a 1-second gap to Hysteria. So Hysteria looking for that final points position right now as it stands. But they got the leaders right behind them. I think all those guys are already a lap down. Oh, a little bit of cut in on that a little bit. Hysteria really doing everything he can. He's got 3 in about 2.5 laps to make something happen. I don't know if you want to do it this lap or you want to try to do everything on the last lap. Fragley's got about 20-30% ERS, but oh, there's a Williams. Let's swing, getting out of the way. Fragley does have these 2 cars in front of him, and that is going to give him DRS. So that's going to make the switch. If the Ferrari boys decide to do that, a little difficult. Well, both Ferraris have DRS. The entire top 4's got DRS now. 2 cars in front of him. They're going to get out of the way. To start the penultimate lap here at Zandvoort. Fragley leading the way. A bit of a log jam right here. We got lap cars. 4 cars that's been together all race long. I mean, blue flags are real. You made me ghosted, but you still gotta listen to the blue flags. Get out the way. Incredibly, this is going to make any type of move for anybody in this group incredibly difficult because the leader is now going off DRS. Oh, his Inception dives it down and hits Serrazzle. A little bit of contact. Probably lap cars distracting a little bit, but Serrazzle down in the P3. Bandut up in the P2. Inception all the way down in the P4. And that just only helps Fragley as now he just has to coast it on home as he starts the final lap of the race. Bandut's going to get P2, but Serrazzle's on the inside of Bandut. Gonna make it happen. A little bit of switcheroo contact. Oh, these guys are going for it, and that's probably going to be the last opportunity for anybody to really make any type of move. Inception really dove it down in there on Serrazzle. Heading into the final corner. Or not the final corner, but the final sector of the lap. Last lap hit Serrazzle. Put him sideways, cost Serrazzle some time. I bet Inception's lost the most out of that because now he's not even in a podium position. Oh, he does it again down the inside of Bandut. Contact again. Inception knows that he's got to do something, but that's going to be it. He's got one opportunity right here. Bandut holds it. But heading into the penultimate corner, it's going to be Fragley coming around the final corner, and Fragley and Serrazzle dominance all night tonight. Ferrari 1-2. Good on those boys. Fragley is your winner. Oh, a little bit of a photo finish between Inception and Bandut coming along, but Fragley is your winner of round 9 here in the season 16 AM2 championship of contest of speed. Ferrari 1-2, good for the boys. As always, if you know me, I predict that every week that Ferrari's going to win 1-2. Had it a little easier tonight with Jackson's absence, but made it happen. Bandut coming in to round out the podium. Good result for him. Haven't seen him on the podium in a few weeks. But Inception showing speed all night, showing speed all season, getting a little too aggressive. Making things happen. We'll finish P4, Red Arrow P5, B Boogie P6, ASAP Loggy P7, Whit J P8, Soul Flat Top P9, and Hysteria, rounding out your points finishers after a tough night. Does come out with points. Points are better than 1 point's better than no points for Hysteria. And then you got McRib, Swings, and Seventh Flame. Seventh Flame's gonna coast it on home with no front wing. Van Duke, drive of the day. Like I said, good result for him. We're going to watch Fragley spray the champagne. Once again, taking his steering wheel up on the podium with him. I believe that's a violation of Parc Ferme, but I won't say anything. So. All right, there you have it. Round 9 at Zandvoort complete. Fragley is your winner, followed by Sarrazzle, Ferrari 1-2. Dominant performance by those guys tonight. Then you got Bandu, Inception, Red Arrow, B Boogie, ASAP, Loggy, Wit J, Soul Flat Top, Hysteria, McRib, Sweens, Seventh Flame, and our guest appearance, Red Devil, who will be classified at P15 and a DNF for C9 Wolf. No interviews tonight. I'm by myself. I don't really like asking questions, but that's just me on my personal YouTube. Want to give a shout out to Contest of Speed. Make sure you go check out all of their social medias, their Twitch, their YouTube, everything they have. We're everywhere trying to get it. We're even on TikTok, so go check that out. More Contest of Speed action coming on the main Contest of Speed Twitch the rest of the week. You got EU1 tomorrow at 9 p.m., whatever time the Europeans use in England. And then you got AM1 where you can catch myself and everybody else in AM1, Cam, Red Devil, Potty, numerous guys. Super competitive tier. Make sure you check it out. AM1 action tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern here at the same track, Zandvoort. Well, that's going to do it tonight. I've been DK Nortec. Obviously, my real name's in YouTube. So now you know that. It's been a pleasure. Glad I could step in and do this. It's been fun. Different experience. But hopefully tune into AM2 again next week. Don't know where we're racing. Have to find that out later. But also, if you want to join Contest of Speed 2, make sure you get on Discord. We do have QR codes splattered around on the social media pages. But that'll be it. Like I said, I've been DK. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad I could do this. And I will be live tomorrow again for AM1, along with Contest of Speed. Peace out.